Gulf of Maine is the Saudi Arabia of wind, and we want to make sure that we harness that.
Just the amount of offshore wind is incredible. The 3 gigawatt procurement that we passed is probably 120 to 150 wind turbines out in the water.
3 gigawatts of power is actually more than Maine uses right now at our peak load in the middle of summer. It is an extraordinary amount of power.
I just saw an opportunity for, people all to come together, fishing industry, labor industry, the environmental industry.
Maine Conservation Voters.
Iron Workers Local 7.
The Senate President here in Maine.
The Maine Labor Climate Council.
IBEW 1253.
Maine State Building and Construction Trades Council.
We realized that the moment was ripe for really bold, comprehensive legislation that addressed the priorities and perspectives of all Maine people. It's not enough to build offshore wind that works for some of us. This is a solution that needs to work for all of us, and the only way to make sure that happens is to have all of us at the table. It was not easy. There was more than one meeting that I finished a conversation and put my head down on the desk and said, are we going to make it?
It seemed like there was a path, a narrow path, to make this work where everyone could benefit.
The build out of offshore wind is probably one of the biggest opportunities for the iron workers in maybe a century. Ever since the Industrial Revolution, we haven't had an opportunity like this.
The build out of the port is looking like it would be around probably 500 to 700 jobs. There will be work at this port for 100 years.
We're not talking about anything outrageous. We're talking about making sure that folks can earn a wage. The union movement is a way to do that.
There you go, it's now law.
When the Biden administration passed the IRA, they put labor standards in there to ensure that apprenticeship utilization was going to be there, to ensure that Davis-Bacon prevailing wages were going to get paid. And all of this meant, if you were a union worker, the playing field was leveled.
I'm making the same as the man doing the job next to me. I know that I'm going to be safe, that we're all looking out for each other, and we're going to do the job the right way the first time. We're seeing our shores and our communities being destroyed by violent storms. We need to start fighting back, and this is the way that we fight back.
Offshore wind is the biggest lever that we can pull to address the climate crisis, to reduce our emissions, to increase the supply of clean, reliable, and affordable homegrown energy. It's just more wins than we can count.
Maine is known for its lobsters, but I can also say we're going to be known as the state that generates and exports wind energy.